Have you ever met someone so weird and so wonderful you just can't look away? Our planet is full of the strange, the bizarre, and the downright unusual. And no matter how much you think you've seen, there's always something wilder and weirder. So, join us for today's video, as we're going to show you the 15 most weird people you'll never believe exist. Let's start this list with number 15, Samara Benhar. Well, you won't believe this, but this Moroccan lady got disowned by her husband just because a tumor disfigured her face. Samara spent years battling not only a genetic illness, but the cruelty of people around her. She was abandoned, rejected, and left to raise 2 children alone in Casablanca. But one day, everything changed when a pharmacist asked to photograph her, to send her case to a doctor. That simple moment opened a door she never expected. Famous surgeon Dr. Pedro Cavadas reviewed her case, confirmed the tumor was benign, and brought her to Valencia for treatment. For 13 months, Samara underwent surgeries funded by the ADRA Foundation and the Cultural Islamic Center. Cavadas removed the tumor, reconstructed her features, and fitted her with an ocular implant. When she finally saw her reflection without the tumor, she cried with relief. "I will never forget what they've done for me," she said. Now, with support to find work and a home, Samara is rebuilding her life without her creepy husband. Number 14, Shafik and Adrien. To the world, they make no sense. A 60-something man dating a woman young enough to be his daughter? People say, she's after his money. He just wants arm candy. But for Shafik and Adrien, love was never about numbers. The age gap sure is wide enough to raise eyebrows, but their bond is real, built on shared joy, not bank accounts. Shafik's no stranger to complicated relationships. He's been married 5 times and has 4 grown kids, some older than Adrien. He lives in Las Vegas, where the unusual is almost normal. Together they enjoy dinners out, concerts, lazy afternoons, and 0 plans for kids. They know the math. Having children now would make them younger than Shafik's grandkids. Adrien insists she's never cared about his wealth. Shafik says her love softened years of pain. Well, critics don't faze them. They've already heard it all. What matters is that when they look at each other, they both see love. Number 13, Ravena. Well, moms are expected to be simple, but Ravena never fit that mold. At 18, she got her first tattoo. A decade later, she transformed her entire look with extreme ink across her face and body, embracing an identity she once feared showing. The mother from Goiânia, Brazil, says tattoos saved her life, giving her a sense of confidence she'd never known. In her own words, the art allowed her to finally see herself clearly. Her 5-year-old daughter adores the designs and sees them as part of her mother's joy. Her family was shocked at first, unsure what to make of her drastic shift, but eventually they learned to support the woman she was becoming. Ravena now tattoos others, sharing her passion while posting her journey online to inspire anyone afraid to step outside expectations. She says she isn't done yet. There's more ink ahead, transformation, and discovery. And for once, she's living completely on her own terms. Number 12, Blondie Bennett. Blondie isn't just trying to look like Barbie, she wants to be her. And she's taken that dream to a place few could imagine. Beyond the countless surgeries like breast augmentations, lip fillers, and Botox, she has added something else to the mix: hypnotherapy, but not for healing. She's using it to lower her IQ. "I want to be brainless," she said. "Natural is boring." After 20 hypnosis sessions, she said she already felt ditzier, more confused, and more like the Barbie she idolizes. To most people, it sounds shocking, even sad. But Blondie sees it differently. To her, being fully plastic means abandoning complexity, shedding responsibility, and embracing the dream life of a flawless doll. She doesn't want depth. She wants fantasy. Her journey is controversial and deeply personal. But make no mistake, Blondie isn't trying to fit into the world. She's trying to escape it, And in her mind, the more unreal she becomes, the closer she is to finally feeling free. Number 11. Marine John Peck. This guy suffered catastrophic injuries after a single wrong step changed everything. Marine John Peck was serving in Afghanistan in 2010 when he triggered a pressure plate IED. The explosion tore away both legs and one arm instantly, and the remaining arm was later removed due to a devastating flesh-eating infection. John woke from a 2.5-month sedation, unaware of his new reality. Depression swallowed him whole, and he even planned to end his life until he slowly fought his way back. In 2016, everything shifted again for the better. John met Jessica, fell in love, and became the recipient of a rare bilateral arm transplant, one of only 6 quadruple amputees to undergo the procedure. Recovery wasn't easy, but he pushed himself forward, driven by a promise to honor the donor's family. He rejects the word hero, insisting true heroes are those who never came home. Today, John writes, speaks, and shares his unique story with raw honesty, carrying gratitude, grief, and determination in equal measure. Number 10. Daisy and Dolly Simpson. Well, before you say anything, these twins love the way they look, and they're not apologizing for a single choice. Daisy and Dolly once saw themselves as basic girls who blended into the background. Today, after spending over $200,000 on cosmetic procedures, they've transformed into real-life Barbie dolls who refuse to be ignored. Breast augmentations, rhinoplasty, labiaplasty, BBLs, Botox, and fillers. If it shaped their faces or bodies, they tried it. Each procedure pulled them closer to the hyper-polished image they had in their minds for years. Some call it extreme. They call it becoming themselves. Their matching transformations gave them confidence they never had growing up, and the bold look they share now feels like home. "We're so happy with how we've managed to achieve our looks," Dolly said. Whether people misunderstand them or cheer them on, the twins stay focused on one truth. Identity is personal. Their journey didn't just change their faces, it changed how they finally feel inside their own skin. Number 9. Tamboo McKenzie. We always like to think we're the unluckiest and ugliest, until we meet someone like Tamboo. This mother from Zimbabwe was diagnosed with chondrosarcoma, a rare and aggressive bone cancer that caused the cartilage in her face to grow out of control. She lost sight in one eye, and her face changed beyond recognition. But Tamboo never gave up. After a powerful social media campaign raised funds, she was flown to the UK, where 2 specialists, Professor Ian Hutchison and Ian Sabin, offered their expertise for free. In 2015, she underwent a 25-hour surgery. A second 14-hour operation followed weeks later. Her journey was documented by Captive Minds, not just to show the power of technology, but the resilience of a woman facing disfigurement with grace. Her family still calls her a miracle. Tamboo didn't just survive cancer. She faced the mirror afterward and found a new version of herself worth fighting for. Number 8. Lacy Wild. Lacy doesn't just turn eyes. She's made a career out of redefining what extreme transformation looks like. A mother of 6 and full-time model, Lacy has taken cosmetic surgery to the limits and beyond. Her breast size alone, rising from an A cup to a mind-bending QQQ, has earned her headlines around the whole world. Each implant weighs roughly 20 pounds, and together, they total the weight of a small child. But that's just part of it. She's had lip enhancements, multiple nose jobs, Brazilian butt lifts, brow lifts, and a dozen other tweaks to create her signature look. In total, she's spent over $1 million transforming herself. Critics say she's gone too far. She says she's not done yet. For Lacy, beauty is art, just on her own terms. Her journey isn't about fitting in, it's about standing out. And whatever your opinion, she's impossible to ignore. One glance and you know. Lacy's built herself into something super unforgettable. Number 7. Max, Staintton and Candy. Max never thought love would come knocking from behind his wheelchair. Living with cerebral palsy and movement disorder meant he needed full-time care just to manage basic tasks. Life felt like a routine of survival until Candy arrived. Hired as his caregiver, she didn't just help him live. She helped him feel alive. Days turned into connection, laughter replaced silence, and care turned into something deeper. Their bond grew beyond the roles they started with. Now, they're engaged to be married, but not everyone clapped. Candy's family worried she'd lose herself caring for someone 24/7. But she never wavered. For her, Max wasn't a burden. He was the person who made everything feel right. Love wasn't something she sacrificed for. It was what gave her more. Together, they've built a partnership grounded in trust, joy, and sacrifice. And if there's anything they've proven, it's that love doesn't follow rules. It follows the heart. Number 6. Primrose Austin. One look at Primrose and you'd swear she belonged in a game. Her piercing metallic gray eyes looked unreal, like something out of Mortal Kombat. But the truth was much harder. Born with congenital glaucoma, Primrose was abandoned in a Chinese orphanage shortly after birth. Her condition, left untreated, quickly took her sight. The other children avoided her, and she never even learned to drink from a bottle. To them, she was a monster. But in 2016, everything changed. Erin Austin and her husband adopted her and brought her home to the U.S. Doctors suspected she might be deaf too, but they didn't care. Primrose had already lived through worse. Later, she began crying in pain. Doctors found a rare eye disorder and had no choice. Her eyes had to be removed. Recovery was brutal, but her energy returned, her hearing improved, and after years of silence and fear, Primrose smiled. Not just a flicker, but a real, joyful smile. Number 5. Nick's Face 1. They call him Nick's Face 1. But behind the TikTok is Nicholas, a man from Nova Scotia whose life has been shaped by neurofibromatosis type 1. Since age 7, tumors have grown along the nerves in his face, leading to multiple surgeries and over 180 stitches. Some would hide. Nick posts videos. Some would resent the scars. He calls them stories. With a smile, he says, "People say I look like a pug. I take it as a compliment. Pugs are cute." Humor is his armor, but it's also his gift. Alongside his younger brother Chris, he creates uplifting content that brings thousands together. Even now, as he prepares for yet another surgery, he uses his platform to spread awareness and support NF1 research. Every laugh, every share, every post carries a message. Your face doesn't define your worth. Nick isn't just online. He's out there living with heart, with honesty, and with the kind of courage that makes people stop scrolling and really see. Number 4. Nathan and Laura Phillips. They may be Britain's smallest couple, but Laura and Nathan carry a love bigger than most. Laura stands at just 1.24 meters due to achondroplasia, while Nathan, at 1.19 meters, lives with an even rarer form of dwarfism. But size is never a limitation. In 2014, they welcomed their first son, Nathan Jr., who inherited both parents' conditions. A combination so rare, doctors advised termination. But they refused. Their son was born against the odds and thrived. 4 years later, baby Jax joined the family, carrying his mother's condition. Through surgeries, hospital visits, and relentless stares, this family remains unshakable. They face challenges most people can't imagine, but their resilience is carved from pure love. Nathan and Laura never ask for pity. They just want to show their boys that anything's possible. Their story isn't about overcoming size, it's about redefining what strength really looks like. They are happy as they are. Number 3. Connie Lloyd. Just a day after Connie was born, a red bump appeared on her nose. Within hours, it ballooned. To strangers, it looked like she had a clown's nose, bright, round, and impossible to ignore. But it was more than cosmetic. The swelling pushed inward, causing pressure and pain. Her parents were told she had hemangioma, an overgrowth of blood vessels that could burst from even a tiny scratch. What's even worse, there was no cure. She became one of only 8 babies in the UK treated with propranolol, a heart medication used off-label to reduce the tumor. It helped slow the growth, but the mark remained, and the stares continued. Her mother never gave up. She searched, pleaded, and finally found Dr. Hutchinson, a surgeon willing to try. The surgery was delicate, but it worked. The tumor was removed. Only a faint scar remains now, a small price, her family says, for the joy of watching Connie grow up without the weight of stairs. Number 2. Toddler Oliver, the angel. When Oliver was born, the nurses didn't just cut the cord, they froze. Across his upper back were 2 dark marks shaped exactly like wings, stretching from neck to shoulder blades. It wasn't just a birthmark. It looked mythical, like something out of ancient Mayan legends. Doctors later diagnosed him with congenital melanocytic nevus, a rare skin condition that appears in just 1% of births. These pigmented cells cluster together to form large, dark patches. Oliver's just happened to fall into the shape of angel wings. While the markings aren't painful, doctors monitor him often to ensure they don't become cancerous or spread near his brain. Meanwhile, Oliver has become a viral sensation, nicknamed the Angel Child online, with theories swirling about divine purpose and past lives. Whatever people believe, one thing's certain. This child doesn't just carry unusual marks, he carries a story, and it's one that keeps people staring. Number 1, Lisa Marie Brown. Well, Lisa was the woman strangers told to just eat, never understanding that her body simply wouldn't let her. Standing 5 feet 10, she once lived a life of quiet joy, cooking with her husband, wandering flea markets, and guiding others as a substance abuse counselor. Everything shifted after she turned 28. Food refused to stay down, and her weight plummeted from 140 pounds to 89, despite every attempt to nourish herself. Online cruelty piled on while her body continued to fail. Doctors finally uncovered the cause, SMAS, where the small intestine becomes trapped between major arteries. Surgery helped briefly, but soon gastroparesis followed. Her stomach muscles stopped working entirely. She spent up to 20 hours a day connected to a feeding pump, fighting for the smallest bit of strength. By 2017, weighing just 77 pounds, she died at 34. Her story isn't a whispered tragedy. It's a stark reminder that unseen battles deserve compassion. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.